Hey guys, welcome back to the first video on this channel, and today I wanted to do a Ninjago suits tier list of like all the ninja suits. And there are others on here, but I'm just doing the ninja. If you want me to add those, just comment down below. I want to let you know that this is my opinion, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure you like and subscribe. So we're gonna start it off with the OG Zane. I mean the season 1 suit. I guess the start of season 1, and I think this is my favorite Zane suit. Like the white, the gold, and the tiny bit of blue. It goes really great. I think this suit deserves an easy A tier. Oh, I'm not using Echo Zane right now, but I do love his suit though. You know what? I'm gonna actually add him. That can just be a bonus. I'm gonna give Echo Zane. I think he is really detailed. He has like detailed, like made out of like all these stuff. It's really detailed. I think this is an actual S tier. Next up, we have the season 2 suit, and I think this deserves an S tier placement. I even put it above Echo Zane. The white, the black, and the tiny bit of gold, it goes together perfectly. But it's not my favorite. I think the Skybound suit does it a little bit better. But this is still a great suit. Next up, we have his season 11 suit, and this is out of order. And his season 11 suit, I'm gonna put it on the A tier. In fact, I'll put it above his season 1 suit. I think it's great. Like I love the blue hands. I like the armor he's using. I like the mask, and I also like I just like the bright blue on it. Next up, we have his season 13 suit, Master of the Mountain. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put it actually on the B tier. It something feels off. I don't like this is all gold and then this has white and then it. I don't think the color's that great in terms of matching. It was better on other designs, but it's not that great on this. So it's gonna get a B tier. Next we have is Ice Emperor suit. I'm gonna put on the S tier above Echo Zane. I think he's great. Like it shows like an evil version of Zane. I love it. Next we have his Island suit, and this is my least favorite Island suit. I'm gonna put it on the B tier, but I'll put it above the Master Mountain suit. I don't know. Something doesn't seem right. I don't know why. Maybe it's like the titanium I don't know. I don't really know it, but I was thinking it deserves a B tier. Next up we have the Gendel suits. I don't know. D. I think it deserves a D tier. And not a big fan of them. They just wear their season 1 suits and just put Kendo armor over them, which sounds cool, but it just doesn't look that good. Next up, we have this Spinjitzu suit. I mean, True Potential. This is an S tier. I'm gonna put it above the Ice Emperor and Echo Zane. This is amazing. The baby blue and the white, it just goes together perfectly. And the face is also really good. It was really detailed. I love it. Now we have the season 1 suit. I'm gonna put it on the bottom, at the bottom of the B tier. It looks pretty good for its time, and I don't think the white and the brown go that well together. But I think it's still a pretty good suit overall. Next up, we have Poison Zen. I think deserves a B tier. I'm gonna put it below it because I think the face should have been switched. I don't think they should have used that face, but it doesn't. I don't take away that much points for it. Next up, we have Skybound Silt, and I don't. Something does feel off, but I think that deserves a B tier. Something looks off. Maybe it's the mask. I don't know. Not a big fan of those masks, but I think there's a B tier. I'm gonna put it at the bottom. Next we have Skyback. I'm gonna put this at the top of S tier. It does, the colors go together a lot better than this. I just love the details to it, like the gold, the black, the white, and the little bit of blue. It's perfect in my opinion. Next up we have is season 8, so I'm gonna put at the top of 8 here. Pretty good suit. It's a really good suit, and yeah, I just love it. Something doesn't feel right to me. I don't know. I don't really know. I just don't think it's perfect, like as good as these suits. Next up we have is season 1 suit, and this one is 8 here. I really like the I really like this suit. The white and the gold go pretty well together. I think it does it better than this. And also the little bit of brown actually is better than this. I like it. It definitely deserves an A tier. Pretty good suit. Okay. Next up, we have this version of Zen. It's I don't like it as much as that suit, so I'm gonna probably put on the A tier. Why? I'm gonna put at the bottom. I don't know why. Something does look off. I think it's because just the like it has all black there and then white arms. But I do like the face print. It is really good. And the other design was all pink Zane. This is pink Zane. Hold on. This is the greatest suit to ever exist. My God. You know what? Hold on a second. I need to create his own tier. There. There. Pink Zane. And there, that's where he deserves. That's where he belongs. Like, it is such an amazing suit. It's he's wearing his season 1 suit, but it is pink. It just looks amazing. I mean, I don't know why. This looks amazing. The belt looks a little bit better, and like I don't know. This is but like I love it. This is amazing. It deserves its own tier. Okay, next up we have this suit. I think the white, the silver, and the blue go really well together, and I'm gonna put it on the S tier. I think it's pretty good. Next up we have the season possession suit and that's it. The white, the silver, the gray, the black, it goes together really well, and I think it deserves an S tier spot. Yeah, I just love the possession suits. Next up, we have Day of the Departed suits, and I think it is pretty good. I don't know what. Like, I like how it combines some other suits Zane has, and I think it was a really good concept. I'm gonna put it actually above um this suit. Okay, next suit we have this, and I'm gonna put on the B tier. Something that feels off. Like I think it's the silver arms. Like does that mean sleeveless? But he also has a white. He also has his human face. Like it just looks off. I'm gonna put the B tier. Next up we have this golden version of Zane, and I really like it. I'm gonna put on the A tier right there because I think it's pretty good. A great colored design, and yeah, pretty good. Next up we have is Hands of Time suit, and I think I'm gonna. This is an S tier. The Hands of Time suits are just incredibly amazing. Like they're incredibly detailed. Next up we have Hunted. I'm gonna put Hunted on the A tier. No, in fact, I'm gonna actually. You know what? No, S tier. Like I like how it shows his season 8 suit, but that's like it's under his other design, and it's amazing. And then like he's like sleeves on one side, and he actually has a silver face, which is it's a great suit. Next up, we have his season 4 suit. Season 4 suit, perfect. It captures the titanium ninja amazingly. Like, it's pretty good. Really good. Okay, next up is the legacy, another a legacy one. And the one of the five, I think this is doesn't it deserves an S tier ranking spot. It's I like how detailed it is. It's like golden and it has that fire. It's a great idea. It's really good. Next up, we have I don't I don't know what kind of suit this is. And it is Avatar suit. I don't know. I'm gonna put it on A tier. The one problem I have with this is the mask. It doesn't really seem to match with everything else, but still, I still kind of pretty like it. Kind of like it. It's kind of like looks like Cyborg to me. I don't know why. You know, it kind of looks like Cyborg. Yeah, it really does. Next up, we have Legacy Zane. I'm gonna put this at the top of B tier. I'm kind of sick of the Legacy suits. It's like okay, especially Kai's. But Zane's is still pretty good. Okay. Next up is this suit. I don't know what it's called, but I'm gonna put on the S tier. I think it does. I think it's this suit, but a lot better. So I'm gonna put it above that. Definitely a great suit. You know. Next up, we have Snake Jaguar's suit. And this one is gonna get an A tier for me. I really like it. It's pretty cool. Like the shoulder pads and the black mask and the black shoulder pads. He looks pretty cool. He looks really cool. Next we have this suit F tier, F. Like it's so bad, so bad. Like I don't even think I have to explain this. So next up we have this suit, and I think this is a pretty good suit. I'm gonna put out the A tier, but it's gonna go to the bottom. Pretty detailed, but for some reason there's no leg printing, but it's still pretty detailed overall. Next up we have his battle damage thing. I'm gonna put on the A tier above that too. It's still pretty cool. It shows his Wabudu suit, but does battle damage, which I really like. Next we have actually his Wabudu, and I think it's better than some. I think it's better than in most of the Wabudu suits. I'm gonna put it at the B tier. It's the only problem. No leg printing. Next up we have this other battle damage thing. I'm gonna put it on the A tier. The only it's kind of like this, but not as open, and the mask is just zero pointing at all. So I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the A tier. Okay, now we are done with every Zane suit. So the next suits we're gonna talk about on is I don't think I'm gonna include the Samurai X's suit because this video is already long enough. I just don't want to waste that much time. Okay, next up we have this suit. And then I'm gonna put the C tier, something that looks off. I don't know. The design is kind of lacking in my opinion. Okay, next up we have Master of the Mountain suit. Now I think this is a pretty good suit. I'm gonna put on the A tier above these. It's pretty good. I like it. Okay, now next up we have let's see this getting into it. Okay, this next up suit for Nia is this suit. I think it's a pretty good, so I'm gonna put it on 8 here. There, it's a pretty good suit. I like it. It's pretty good. Okay, so next up we have this suit. I really like it. I like this. I'm gonna say I like this suit. It's really good. I'm gonna put it on the 8. Yeah, I like it better than Zane's. And that there. Okay, next up we have this suit. ET, not really much to say. It doesn't looks like a normal person in a water suit. Does put on that thing. Not much. Okay. Next up, we have this version of Nia suit S tier. These are I love these suits. Like hers is just amazing, incredibly detailed, and yeah, I love it. Okay, next up we have her original suit, and I think this one deserves a B tier. It's pretty good, and not all that not that good as but not least favorite possession suit. Okay, next up we have a Prime Empire suit and amazing, amazing, absolutely amazing. This one is getting an S tier. It is incredibly detailed and I just love it. It is like her best suit ever. Like it's amazing. Okay, next up we have this suit of hers, her Day of the Departed suit, I think. A tier. This is what she deserves an A tier. I like it. That pretty good. That's like not my favorite my color design for. That's a problem that I had with the first couple of suits. Okay, so next up we have this suit, and I gotta say, I love this suit. It definitely deserves an A tier. It's pretty good and well designed. Okay, next up we have Hands of Time suit and S tier. I like this suit. Pretty good. Okay, next suit we have is her Season 9 suit Hunted. Gonna say it's a pretty good suit. I'm gonna put it on the A tier. There. Okay, next up, we have a Island suit S tier. It's an amazing suit in my opinion. Okay, so the next suit we have for her is her legacy suit. And not as good as some other legacy suits. I think this does a B tier. They not as good as some others. Okay, next up we have her legacy suit. A C tier, not much good about it. I'll put it above this one. Next up we have her Sky Seabound suit, and this is B tier, pretty good. So next up we have that this is a Skybound suit, and one of my favorite Sky, not my one. I think this is an S tier ranking spot, pretty good. Okay, next up we have her season 8 suit, and this is also another S tier suit. It's really good, and I love it. Okay, next up we have uh, this suit, F tier, of course. You know what? Spoiler alert, all of these suits are in F tier. They suck. Absolute garbage. Okay. And that's all of her suits. Now we're getting on to Lloyd's suit. Lloyd suits. Okay, so we're starting it off with this suit. That's it. It's got some others. I don't really know why. I'm gonna put it at the top of BTO. Still pretty good though. Now we have. Oh no. Oh no. Avatar Lloyd. This is the worst suit in the entire show. It is absolutely terrible. The face, I mean, just look at that. It looks awful. Oh, the mohawk, don't even get me started on that. The gold, it just feels out of place. This is absolute garbage. I can't even list down one good thing about it. It's so bad. Next up, we have this suit, and I think it's a really good suit. I'm thinking this deserves an easy A tier. Pretty good suit. Okay, next up, we have this suit and BT in my opinion. Not all too good. Not too good. Not too bad though. Definitely B tier. Next up we have his Pie-Man Pie's suit, and this one is an ST. I love it. It's amazing suit. Next up, I can't count that because it's not canon. Next up, we have this suit, and it definitely deserves S tier. It's amazing, amazing suit. Next up, we have his season 11 suit. This is my least favorite on them all because also the brown does not seem to go that. I don't really like the brown on it. I'm gonna put it on the B tier. There. Okay, his hand. Next up is his Hands of Time. S tier. The only complaint I have is that little spot right there in the middle. Next up we have his Master on the Mountain suit, and I think this one also deserves an A tier. Pretty good suit overall. Really like it. Next up we have his Hunted suit and S tier. Amazing suit. Probably the best one best one of that season. Next up we have his Island suit, and this is another S tier suit. I love it. It's a great. Next up, Legacy Lloyd, and I'm actually kind of like this a little bit better than others. I think it's still a pretty good suit in my opinion. Definitely A tier. I'm gonna put at the bottom of it. Okay, next up we have his Legacy season 4 suit. I don't know. B tier. Next up we have Kid Lloyd with pretty good Legacy Kid Lloyd. Pretty good suit. C tier. Okay. Should we count them all? So yeah, I think we should. And then in that case, S tier, amazing suit. Next up is Oh, I don't think we would have counted that, but since I was a kid, not that much difference. Next, we have a sea-bound suit and BTO. Next up, we have his. This one is his um skybound suit, and I gotta say, S tier, love it. Next up, we have his season 8 suit, which is my actually favorite version of Lloyd's suit. A definite S tier, in my opinion. Next up, we have this one, and B tier. It's and a big fan on the Spinjitzu burst suits, unless except for Coles. Next up, we have his actual OG and not the Legacy one. Don't think it's as good as that one, but I think it does. But it's still a C tier. Next up, we have his first suit, and this is a definite S tier. Like, this is so iconic. I love this suit, and yeah, definitely deserves an S tier. Okay, next up we have his deep stone suit and S tier amazing suit. I love it. Like Lloyd has some pretty good suits. The green and the black goes really well together, and I love it. Okay, next up we have his Day the Departed suit, and I like this suit. It's pretty good. Definitely an A tier suit. Okay, next up we have the Golden Legacy Lloyd, and I don't think it's as good as original Golden Lloyd, but I think it deserves a definite S tier. Next up we have Golden Lloyd and Amazing Suit. I think this deserves a definite S tier. Um, mm, that seems pretty good. Next up, we have Island Lloyd, and gonna put it right there. Um, Legacy Island Golden Lloyd. That's a long name. I don't know. I think that's gonna name of it. I think I'm gonna put this on the B tier. The only thing I don't like about it, I think that should have been gold, and then it would have been a lot better in my opinion. And I think it should have also given him a golden half mask like the island suit. Like that would have been amazing, having a golden band and then a golden half mask. That would have been a great. I would definitely put that in the S tier, but it was could have been better. Next up, we have his with Muted soon, and this is my favorite version, and definitely B tier. That is where I'm gonna rank it. So pretty good. I like how it shows the golden fit. Next up, we have this one in F tier. I'll put it above it. Like it looks just ugly to me. Next up, we have the Deep Stone Lloyd, and I really like this suit. I'm gonna put it on the A tier. Pretty good suit. Okay, next up we have the last suit is the season 4 suit, and this one is pretty good. I gotta say, I'm gonna put it on the A tier. Next up, we have all the Kai's suits. You know what? Hold on, I'm gonna change that placement there. Next up, we have all the Kai suits, and now starting off with his OG. I mean, season 1. I still was confused. I think this is a pretty good one, but I'm gonna put it at the top of B tier. So pretty good suit in my opinion. Next up, we have the season 2 suit, which is amazing. I love it. It's a great, and I definitely S tier. And next up, we have this. It's season 11, so where should I rank it? I don't know. You know, 80. I think it's pretty good. There. Next, we have Hands of Time suit, which is still. I love those suits, so I'm gonna put it right above Nia's. Next up, we have is the Master of the Mountain suit. I think this is a pretty good suit. The red and the gold seem to go together pretty good, and then left an A tier. Next up, we have his season 9 suit. I'm gonna put it at the top. And I'm gonna put it actually there. And I'm gonna the spikes, it doesn't seem that right. The sleeveless one sleeve, it doesn't seem to look that good. I don't know why I don't like that, but I like it with others. I don't know what, but I guess not that much. Okay. And his island suit, and I gotta say this one is pretty good. I like it, and A tier. Next up, we have Kendo. B tier. I still don't really like it. I still don't like it that much. Yeah. Next up, we have Legacy Golden Kai. I like this suit. S tier. Pretty good. A really good suit. Um, this E tier, I guess. Next up, we have Legacy. Sorry. I'm gonna give it a B tier. Pretty. Nah. Actually, I'm gonna put it on the C tier. Next up, we have Legacy. This is the version of season 4, and I think it's actually done better. So I'm gonna put on A tier. Next up, we have this version of it, and these suits are of course amazing. Definitely S tier. Okay, next up we have his OG suit and C tier. Pretty good suit. Okay. Next up, we have this version of Kaiser, B tier, pretty good. Kind of good, I guess. Next up, we have this version of Prime Empire. It's a pretty good suit, A tier. Next up, we have Skybound, and this one is, of course, Skybound suit, definitely S tier. Next up, we have a season 8 suit. I think it's a pretty good suit. So, 8 here. Okay, next up, we have Spinjitzu Burst. Kai. As I said, it's only good for coal. I don't know why they just made it of that for them. I don't know. I have no idea why. I'm gonna put it on the B tier. Next up, we have this Kaiso. I actually kind of like it. Not that bad. B tier. Next up, we have this version of a suit, and I love it. It's amazing, in my opinion. Okay, next up, we have the season 1 suit, and I think this is pretty good. Gonna give it an 8 here. Next up, we have this version of this suit, and I think this deserves a B. A tier. I'm gonna give it an A tier because I do. Yeah, A tier seems pretty fitting. And that seems pretty fitting. Good for it. Next, we have this version of suit. E tier doesn't look that good. Not pretty bad. Next up, we have this version of Kai. This is soon, and I love this suit. I don't know why I love it. These kind of versions of suits are pretty amazing. A tier. Okay. Next up, we have J suits, and pretty great. His season 1 suit is really good. I'm gonna give it an A tier. Next up, we have his season 2 suit, and an S tier. I love it. Amazing suit. Next up, we have this version of his suit, and in season 11. I'm gonna give this suit an 8 here. I think it's a pretty good suit. Okay, next up we have Future JST. Amazing. He has a great suit. Okay, next up we have Master in the Mountain, and this one is really good. I think it deserves an A tier placement. Next up we have his island suit. I think this is a great suit. I'm gonna even give it I think I'm gonna even give it an S tier. Next up, we have his Kendo suit and D tier. Next up, we have his True Potential and amazing suit. Of course, it is. It definitely deserves an S tier. Oh yeah, no. Okay, next up we have his original suit, which is a pretty good suit. A B tier. Next we have is Seabound suit, which I think is in B tier. Pretty good suit. Next up we have is Skybound suit and definite S tier. Like the blue, the gold, and a little bit of purple, it goes together amazingly, and it definitely does it deserves an S tier. Okay, next up we have a season 8 suit, and this is a pretty good suit in my opinion. I think he even deserves an S tier. I really like his suit here. S tier. Okay, next up we have this suit, and I actually like this suit. It's pretty good. I definitely think it deserves a tier there. Superstar Rockin' J, S tier, of course. Next up, we have this suit. I think it deserves. I'm gonna put an E tier, but I put it above the rest. Next up, we have a season 1 suit, which S tier, of course. It's amazing. You know what I rank it? I put it right there. Next up, we have this version of it. I think this is definitely A tier. I'm gonna put it right there. Next up, we have this suit of his, and I think it's a pretty good suit. B tier. Okay, next up we have this J-Suit Deepstone, and it's amazing. Definite S tier. Apparently I didn't finish all the Kai suits. Apparently, okay. Um, the Deepstone Kai, S tier. And next up is um. Oh wait, no, not Jet. We have to finish Kai's. Apparently, I didn't even realize it. I thought we was done with Kai's. Okay, next up we have this suit of his. I don't know. I think it is a death end. A tier. Um, A tier for this suit. Okay. I'm gonna put it right there. Okay, this jungle right here. I'm gonna put it right there. Okay, next up we have this version of his golden, this golden A S tier. This suit, of course, F tier. This version of his suit, B tier. And this suit of his, B tier. Okay, now we're getting back to J. Okay, is this Prime Empire suit of his is amazing. Okay, this version of his suit, A tier. This suit, I think this suit deserves a B tier. Next up, we have this suit of his. I think I actually really like this suit. I think it deserves an S tier. Next up, we have this version of a suit. Definitely an S tier. And this suit of his is jungle. Is pretty good. I think it deserves an A tier. Pretty good. There. Next up, we have this one. I think this deserves an A tier. Next up, we have this version, A tier. The Legacy, A tier. Next up, we have this Legacy version of his other one, pretty good suit in my opinion. Where did it just go? I don't know. Wait, what was I even? I don't know. I'll find it later. Oh, there it is. There. Yeah. And then next up, Stone Arm. This one is a really good suit. I think it deserves A tier. You know what? Yeah, there. Next we have is Rebooted, and it's a really good, pretty good suit in my opinion. But I'm gonna put on the B tier. And next up we have this suit of Jay, and this version of his suit deserves an A tier. There. And finally, we're getting the Cole suits. Starting with this suit. Let's see. I think this is a pretty good suit. I think I'm gonna put on the B tier. Okay, next up we have this suit and A tier. I think there. Next up we have Nest in the Mountain, which is great. I think it deserves an A tier. Next up we have Kendo. Okay, so the next suit we have is this suit of his. And the black and pink, not that good, but I think those are definitely A tier. Next up we have his original suit, which I think also deserves an A tier, pretty good suit. Next up we have this version, so I don't know the name of it. Really good suit, nice S tier, actually. I'm gonna put it there. Next up we have a Season 8 suit, which S tier. Amazing. There. I changed my mind there. Next up, we have this version of the suit, and it's done a lot better than that. And it does get, and for me, it's an S tier. Next up is this suit of his, and I love this suit. S tier, another S tier. You know, he cool has some really great suits. Next up, we have his season 1 suit, which is A tier, in my opinion. There. Next up, we have this suit of his, which I think is done better than that as well, and I think I'm gonna put on the A tier. Next up, we have this version of Cole, and I'm gonna put that on an E tier. Next up, we have this version of Cole's suit. Amazing. Like, I love this suit. It deserves a definite S tier. Next up, we have this cool suit, and I think it's a really good S tier. Next up, we have this Prime Empire Core, and I think this is a really good suit. Is it S tier material? Nah, but I do think it is A tier material. Next up, we have this one, Day of the Departed. I really like this suit. I gotta say that. A tier. Next up, we have this suit of his, and I gotta say, this is really good. It's just done amazingly. Where was that? It's a definite S tier. Next up, we have this suit of his, and A tier material. I think it's really good. Next up, we have this suit of his, and I'm gonna put the top of A tier. Really good suit. Next up, we have this. Where did it just go? It was Jungle Coal. And I'm gonna put Jungle Coal suit. I think it deserves the B on the B tier. Pretty good suit, but I just have to find it. I can't seem to find it. But it is B tier material. Well, I can't find it. I'll do it later. Okay, next up we have this version of the coaster. I don't think it should have an orange mask. So I'm gonna put on the B tier. Right there. Next up we have his legacy version of the Master on the Mountain suit. Not as good as it, but I think it still deserves an easy A tier. Pretty good. Next up, we have his legacy suit, which I think is actually a pretty pretty good suit and definitely deserves an A tier. Next up, we have this suit, which deserves a definite B tier. Okay, next up, I still can. Oh yeah, I found Jungle Crow. Cool, there he is. I guess I must. So Jungle Crow is definitely B tier material. Next up, we have this version of Cole, which is a really good suit, and definitely deserves. Wait, no, not that good of a suit. B tier. Next up is. Wait. Just let it go of that suit. So it's right there. Definitely S tier suit. In fact, I'm gonna put it right there. That's open good. Next up, we have this version of the cool suit, and I gotta say it's pretty good. B tier. Next up, we have the ghost version. It's Ghost Cole, I think. No, it's Ghost Skybound Cole as a ghost, which is better in my opinion. I'm definitely gonna put it on an S tier a few spots above. Next up, we have this version of Cole, and yeah, F tier. Next up, we have Stone Arm Cole, and I think this is a really good suit. And I'm gonna put it right there. Okay, next up is his rebooted suit, and one of the better suits in my opinion, but still I'm gonna put it on the B tier. Next up in his last suit, and the end of this video is this suit of his, and I think it's a really good, not that good of a suit. I'm gonna give it on the B tier. There, and we're done. That is my official ranking of every Ninjago suit. Make sure you like and subscribe.